Hello my viewers! Welcome to the second part of the Rust mini-series. This will also be the final part of this series, as Revenge Tale ends today. Please like and subscribe, it helps me out a lot. And anyway, let's get into the video. Day 4 starts with a stroke of luck. An uncontested airdrop had landed right next to Train Yard. It held some pretty okay loot, but definitely not what I was hoping for. What I was hoping for was another C4. Since I already had one, you need 2 C4 to blow open a stone wall, which is what they had. So, that was going to be my goal, to get 2 C4. While running the loot that I got from the airdrop home, I saw 2 people, so I decided to bop them. Watch this. They had some pretty beginner loot, so nothing incredible, but it was kinda fun to sneak attack them. After I put away my loot, I decided to go roam and see what I could do. But karma came back to bite me after killing those 2 beginners, because a guy with an M39 rifle killed me and took my Tommy. No! What?! However, he was nice in the end and let me have a lot of my stuff back. After that whole mess, I got back on track. I realized that I needed to get my second C4 one way or the other. So, instead of just sitting around and waiting for more crates to spawn or chasing down airdrops, I decided that I was going to do something more fun. I was going to do a thing called profit raiding. Profit raiding is when you raid somebody's base for the sole purpose of getting more materials. There's no revenge, there's no story behind it, you just need more materials. So, you decide to spend some of your own to get somebody else's. I had a plan for how I was going to profit raid. A lot of bases in my area had just 2 or 3 wood doors protecting all of their loot. With incendiary shotgun shells in my pump shotgun, I could easily blow through that and get to all their main loot. However, I realized that there was still one small problem. I needed a silencer. A silencer would help me not get countered while I was raiding bases. Now, I had a silencer, but it got taken from me because it was on the Tommy that I lost when I was killed by the guy with the M39 rifle. So, after looking through many military crates and finding nothing, I decided that I was going to ask the chat and see if there was somebody that would be willing to make a deal with me. Luckily, there was. And who, you might be wondering, decided to answer my desperate call? Well, let me tell you, it was none other than the legend himself, Pua344. So, after meeting up with Pua in the outpost, hello, and exchanging some tech trash for my silencer, I got to raiding. What? So that base was obviously a bust, but I still had some high hopes for the rest of the bases that I was going to raid today. However, neither of the other raids held any substantial loot, and especially not my C4. So, to cheer me up, I decided to actually build that famous base that I wanted to build on the day that started my whole revenge tale. So, I decided that I would put my new base right down there. I figured that it was far enough away from any main monuments that it wouldn't get as much attention. Thus, the probability of getting raided was very low. Let's get to it, I guess. After that, I transferred all my loot into that base and upgraded it a little bit. Afterwards, I logged off, feeling semi-accomplished. Today was the day. I could feel it. Today was the day that I got my Retribution. Today was the day that I got my final C4, and I blew open the walls of my enemies. As I logged on, there was once again another hackable crate at Train Yard. Was it possible? Could this be the one? The one hackable crate that I needed? The answer to that question is both yes and no. You see, I did actually get a C4 from the hackable crate, which is very nice, Except, there's one small problem. Actually, no. It's a big problem. After I finished profit rating, I thought that I wouldn't get another C4. So instead, I researched my other C4 that I already had, and decided to go hunting for explosives, a key ingredient in making C4, which is a lot easier to find. As long as I found those, I could research them, and I could make as many C4 as I wanted. I felt like a real idiot when this happened. So, at Train Yard looking for some military crates, I ran into some trouble. I recognized one of the names of the people that I had downed. Oh no, Pua! Pua, no, I'm sorry. It was Pua. Pua 344. So I decided to pick him up and give him a lot of his stuff back, as we had a good history, and I wanted to keep our relationship strong, in case I needed him. That's all I went off of his body.
Jeez, thanks, bro.
You're welcome. Have a good day, Pua. After I had banked all the loot that I got, I realized that history was just going to repeat itself. I was not going to find any explosives in any military crates. So, I decided to do what I do best. I made a deal. And a pretty good one at that. A guy named Lath wanted only 200 uncooked sulfur for an explosive. So, we met at bandit camp, and my explosive situation was solved. Now all I had to do was grind up enough sulfur and gunpowder to craft C4. After that was done, I figured that it was indeed time to go raid my enemies. Okay. Oh, here we go. Yes! Sit down.
Bitch ass nigga.
What's that? So, as you get here, he wasn't very happy that I was raiding his base. But it didn't even matter, because he got destroyed anyway. Now, the loot from his base wasn't actually that great, but I wasn't really going in his base for loot. I was raiding him for the principle of it, for the revenge. After I had properly secured the base, I took all the loot that I wanted and then broadcasted in the chat that there was a free base full of loot for anybody that wants it. Now, when you end a wipe, you have a choice to make as a Rust player. You look across all your loot and you wonder, do you just let it sit in here and collect dust until your base decays or you're raided? Or do you decide to give a fresh spawn a head start and make their day? I chose the latter. Hello.
Oh, hello.
I just raided a base and it was loaded. And that was just when I wanted to do this wipe. So, I'm giving my base away and all the stuff in it.
Oh, damn. Shit. Yeah, I got this game like 3 days ago, and I've been liking it, but the community's all been, toxic, but you're like the third person that's been nice to me.
Well, here's the key for the front door. I unlocked all the other doors. My loot room is over here, and you can just explore it, I guess. I have a tier 3. If you look in the TC, there's a whole bunch of gunpowder and stuff. What I need you to do, I need you to end me.
Oh, jeez. Well, I really haven't killed a guy yet, so I mean,
Do it.
I guess you're lucky to be my first kill. Sorry.
Alright, well guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. This took me a very long time to edit, and it was probably the most fun project I've done so far. I really enjoy the story-based versions of Rust instead of the compilation versions, so I hope you all enjoy them too, because I'm planning on making a whole lot more. Anyways, have a good day, don't forget to like and subscribe and share it with your friends. Goodbye.